say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos.
Brett Zierlein to kick off for the Jets.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 43, it's second and 3. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. You talk about this Jets defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But the coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the Jets' 6-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that?
Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line.
1st down, Jets.
Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
First down, New York.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing again here, Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has it up for the first. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Off the play fake, here's Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
It's taken in by Dulcich. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
42 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Williams is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Williams is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He finds Wilson, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
Oh, that's the thing, the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Wilson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Wilson, he's going to keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question, and neither is another pick 6.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets 17. 121 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're going for it with the option right. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 16 yards.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now here's another interception. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Again, it's Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now it's Wilson. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Williams running left. He'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Wilson on second down. This will be caught. Judy. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Wilson, option right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So with a fourth and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
38, Jets 17. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning.
There he goes, left side. Inside the 20, Javonte Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose again. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, 84 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Jets, 24.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
brings up 2nd and 10. At the 50-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he brings it back.